The police officer stood in line like everyone else, uniform slightly worn, eyes tired in a way that spoke of long nights and hard choices. It was early morning, the cafe buzzing with quiet conversations, phones glowing, steam rising from cups. No one paid him much attention. To most people, he was just another cop grabbing caffeine before a shift. As he reached the counter, a young barista smiled nervously. Her hands shook as she rang up the order. Behind her smile was stress, rent due, student loans, and a mother waiting at home for medical test results. The officer noticed. Most people don't, but he did. He paid for his coffee, then paused. Instead of walking away, he turned back and quietly asked, "How much do people usually spend in a day here?" The barista looked confused but answered. The officer nodded, pulled out his card again, and said something that made her eyes fill with tears. "I want to cover the next 20 customers. And give her," he gestured to an elderly woman counting coins behind him, "whatever she wants." The cafe fell completely still. People watched as the officer moved from table to table, not asking for thanks, not explaining himself. When someone tried to record him, he gently shook his head. Finally, the manager asked why he was doing this. The officer took a breath and said softly, "Last year, when my daughter was in the hospital, strangers bought me meals I couldn't afford. I promised myself I'd return that kindness whenever I could." By the time he left, the cafe was different. Strangers were talking. Someone hugged the barista. Another customer paid it forward again. The officer walked out with his coffee, unaware that he had reminded everyone there of something powerful. Kindness doesn't need a badge, a title, or permission, just a willing heart.